Sorry I'm late, I just don't give a fuck! Hey guys, and welcome to Never Over Hot Tag. It's me, Ben. I'm on the couch. As you can see, we're all set up for Survivor Series going into this weekend. You're wherever you are. We are here, Hot Tag. We watch wrestling, so you don't have to. Well, let's get into it. Wow, that font's small. To start things off on Raw, we had the Authority figures in the ring, Steph and Mick, and they decided, let's just make every single tag match we possibly can just like 6 days away from a pay-per-view that's just built around tag matches. So they made a bunch of tag matches. Great. Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns defeated Sheamus and Cesaro for whatever reason, I think they should, with Roman getting the pinfall with a Superman punch. They made KO, of course, look weak. Roman looking just like, yeah, it was fantastic. Raw's fantastic. Moving from a tag team match to a tag team match. This one saw 6-man tag action with Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, and Chris Jericho versus the New Day, in which once again the male 5v5 traditional tag team 5v5 action men got the win over the tag team champions. For once again, I don't really know why they would do that, but yeah, anyway, and then Seth Pettigrew, Chris Jericho, and so we'll probably see. It's already been announced that feud's going to be at Roadblock in January. So spoilers. Brian Kendrick defeated Sin Cara. A little bit of foreshadowing, perhaps, going into Survivor Series when he faced off against Sin Cara's former tag team partner Kalisto. Finally, a win for Brian Kendrick, long overdue, and the Cruiserweights had just sad segments on Raw this week. It's hard to tell whether they're. That's hard to tell. We finally got to see the face-to-face between Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. They had security in the ring. They didn't want a Brock Taker thing happening again, where there was an all-out brawl, I think, but you knew what that line was there for. Brock ended up bouncing. Goldberg cleared the ring of security. WWE is probably just absolutely handcuffed in legal fees from that rent-a-cop service. I don't know if the company will ever recover, really. Yeah. Charlotte and Sasha Banks forced into a tag team match together against Nia Jax and Alicia Fox. Charlotte and Sasha Banks won, of course, with actually some good tag team work coming on the end. And then, but I swear, Nia Jax is just an unstoppable force, and I'll talk about her later on the SmackDown section of things. 8-man tag team action. My God, I just love tag team action. I hope we see more somehow later this week, where we saw 8-man tag action with the Club and Enzo and Cass versus, I think, the Golden Truth were in there, and the Shining Stars. Anyway, Enzo and Cass and the Club won, and the Club looked good, which is good. Club needs to look good. They don't look good. They need to look as good as possible. Dawson is somewhere whispering the Club needs a win right now. Whenever you're watching this, he's whispering it somewhere. And the end of the show, which is actually a really, really great segment, saw Shane and Dana Bryan come out to the ring. They've been hyped to come out on Raw this week for a lot of reasons. And then Steph and Mick pulled the entire men's team out, and then SmackDown guys came in through the crowd, which was actually a really cool moment. One thing that we haven't seen a lot of, and one thing that I know we don't want to see a lot, but a really cool moment. A lot of great promos hit between both factions, and then we just saw finisher after finisher after finisher with Raw looking strong to end the show. Roman and Seth, probably, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Raw's 3 hours. I fall asleep most times anyway, so not a bad way to end Raw. Over on the Relay Show this week, it's the 900th episode of SmackDown, which is a very, very long time. The second longest weekly episodic program in history, behind, you guessed it, Monday Night Raw. Big night for them. They had Shane and Daniel Bryan out to the ring to hype. You know, everybody, Edge was on the show, Undertaker was on the show, building hype on the show that we were already watching right then and there. Social media is a powerful marketing tool these days, it seems. The big match, one of the big matches of the night, was the Intercontinental Championship match. The Miz regained it 6 days before pay-per-view. They were hyping Dolph and Sami Zayn, and The Miz wins the Intercontinental Championship with, of course, Maurice shenanigans, but The Miz has the belt. I think he deserves it. He's got the championship, so Sami Zayn, Miz, IC title at some Survivor Series. It's going to be great. Gonna be huge. Kalisto defeated some guy from NXT, Oni Larson, I think it was. So Kalisto looking like a monster, coming out with a huge win over a top guy. Big things for Kalisto. Carmella and Nikki Bella went at it. And then we had the Raw Women's Division, and I'll give Dawson credit. Dawson tweeted from the Never Over Live Twitter account. We were live tweeting together. He tweeted out, we'll probably see a women's invasion. I said, you are so abysmally stupid that there's no possible way you could ever be right about this because you've never been right about anything. And look, and it happened. The Raw women came out. There was a scuffle. And the SmackDown, obviously the SmackDown ladies looking a little bit more triumphant on their own show, of course, as they should. Nia Jax went through a barricade and it was horrifying. But anyway, yeah. So, and of course, they ended the show with Edge and the Cutting Edge, Edgy Edge, McEdge, Cutting Edge. You think you know me? They had the SmackDown 5v5 men's team out to the ring. They were all cutting very almost detrimental promos compared to what happened on Raw. And then Taker came out. Taker cut a promo basically saying he's back not just for WrestleMania, that he's going to be sticking around week to week, whatever, and that if Team SmackDown doesn't win, they're going to have to answer to him, which scares me for two reasons. One, it's The Undertaker. Two, he's not in great shape. So, all in all, I thought SmackDown came out on top. Miz is IC champion. It's crazy. So, Survivor Series card done. It's all right there. As you can see, we had 6 matches in a 4-hour card, which is a lot, but you also got to think about it. There's going to be upwards of 9 pins per tag match, so I think they'll fill out the show extra well. And to have less matches, nothing's going to feel rushed. I think it'll be great for the show. So to join us for Survivor Series, make sure that you're with us right here this coming Sunday, November the 20th. We have our live pre-show, as we usually do for every WWE pay-per-view. This time starting at 6 p.m. Eastern, just because Survivor Series is a 4-hour show, starting an hour earlier. We're going to start an hour earlier. We'll be right here talking last-minute smack talk before the big show to make sure that, things are going exactly the way we want it. Because tomorrow night, Friday night, we're doing our Wrestle Recap podcast, episode 4. It's going to be a special predictions episode of our Wrestle Recap podcast. We usually save our predictions. Champion usually predicts during the week, and then we save our predictions for... the challengers save their predictions for the pay-per-view, but we're deciding to go all out on our podcast live right here tomorrow night on Never Over. Make sure you join us. And also, first time ever, Never Over Live People's Champion poll is up right now. You can see it in the description down below. Make sure you click that link. Fill out who you think is going to win in Survivor Series. We would love to have you be a part of our beautiful, always wonderful overlays. Way to celebrate the community. A way to get you guys to have as much fun as we do when it comes to predicting these cards. Look forward to seeing your participation. Make sure that you click that link down in the description. It will also be pinned on our Twitter page, so make sure you check that out. So once again, guys, don't forget this Sunday, November 20th, Survivor Series is happening right here. Never Over live stream. It's going to be great. Survivor Series is going to be hopefully just fine. Okay, let's hope Goldberg stays alive. We'll see you next time.